And I'm old.
Okay, we will go ahead and call to order the Park and Rec Board meeting for Tuesday, March 31st at 6:33 PM. We will start with roll call. Jerica Davis, present.
Debbie Ross, present.
Sherry Knowles, present.
And then we'll go ahead and note that park employees present are Karen Reed and Mark Tomes. I pronounced it correct? Toms. I could
It's
get
okay,
rid-
nobody ever
Toms.
gets it right.
I'm so sorry.
But it's Jim Tomes.
Jim Tom,
Not Tomes. The politician.
yeah.
So now we'll go ahead and review the minutes from the Tuesday, February 24th meeting. Has everyone had enough time to review? Any questions or concerns?
None for me.
Anyone like to make a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
I will motion we approve as presented.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, moving on to the financial report, Karen.
Okay, financials for this month, we have got a beginning balance of $135,087.90, receipts of $494.59, expenses of $5,725.50, giving us an ending balance of $129,856.99.
If everyone will take a moment to review the details. If you have any questions, we'll present those now.
You can see it's got Bliss McKnight on here. They've changed our policy, I think we're paying like quarterly now, so you'll see that more times. Used to, we just did it annually.
And what is that for, Karen?
The property insurance, all the insurance that covers all the property and employees and all that stuff.
Did you say Bliss McKnight?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a new name? I don't recall it being Bliss.
It wasn't Bliss McKnight last year.
Yeah.
We renewed and,
New carrier.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's still through Rosemeyer, but
And
I
it
don't
will
think
be
it's called-
quarterly, you said this.
it is
going
now, yes.
Anyone with questions or concerns?
No.
Need a little more time, Debbie?
I'm good.
You, no, go ahead and finish up if you've got something else you need to look at.
Okay.
And this appropriation sheet report that you guys have,
Mm-hmm.
that is up to date, like what was paid out in March is already out of there.
Would someone like to make a motion to approve the minutes, the financial report as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve the financial report as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, moving right along. We do not have any patrons with us this evening. So we'll be moving on to old and new business. And we'll go ahead and start with Montgomery Park. Mark, you want to give us an update on Montgomery Park?
Okay. I don't know if you want to hear. Your camera's about to fall off the post, okay? I've been using that, Creocoat. I
Uh-huh.
bought some Creocoat. We bought Creocoat, we bought 4 gallons of it. And on the first post, it's on the right-hand side when you go in, it's a short post. It's got the cameras on it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the wind was dangling them. And it's got a box. Now all that goes into this box. And there's 2 short 2x4s about that long. It's bolted onto,
Okay.
and I coated them, but they're shot. I mean, they are shot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just telling you, you know, I mean, they could fall and hurt somebody, anything right now. I mean, they are in bad shape.
Okay.
So I'm just making it, you know, so you guys know about it, you know?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And then I coated the one on the other side today, and it looked like it was in pretty good shape.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a light on it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
You're referring to another post?
post, I'm sorry, yeah, it's another post. I told them that I would coat the shorter posts. They got some real tall ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the equipment to touch anything like that.
Right.
There's 2 of them. But, the first one that I worked on, it's got the cameras on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they're really in bad shape, you know.
The post itself is
No,
in bad shape?
No, it's where they put screws in it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the 2x4s are just, I mean, they were rotted, you know.
Okay.
And
Well, we'll kind of be talking about those cameras here as we discuss further at Montgomery Park. So we'll make a note that that's a concern and probably something we need to make sure we keep at the top of the list to
Yeah.
get it taken
Yeah,
care of.
it would be really hard for a guy, because I talked to Karen about it. She was gonna have it set up, one of the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, so it would be on them benches. Somebody broke one of them new benches, brand new ones. I mean, I just built all of them, you know, and I don't know how you break something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the one of the seats broke.
Yeah, Karen had sent us that picture. Did we get any camera footage of that?
It's too far away.
Too far away.
Anyways, you know, you guys, you know, that's what I told her, you know, if you want me to put another seat on, I can, you know, but, you know, them seats are $100 a piece, you know. We don't, you know, definitely need a camera on that, don't we? So, we'll find out. I mean, it's got a post that comes up out of the ground, okay? And then it's got one of them pieces of steel that comes like that, and they're that close together. I mean, they're close, and they broke it right in the middle.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if somebody,
They must have been jumping on it or something, the way it's broke, because it's not.
yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
And, you know, we will be putting more cameras in there to help us aid in preventing kiddos, adults, whomever's doing it, to hopefully discourage them from making bad choices to tear up the equipment that, you know,
and then the
taxpayers work hard to provide.
Right, and picnic table, that one picnic table, they're aluminum picnic tables.
Uh-huh.
They're very sturdy.
Yeah.
They bent one of them. I don't know how it's been bent. I mean, I have no idea how they could have, I mean, they had to put some weight on that thing.
Okay.
I don't mean to be all bad news, you know, but
No, it's the reality, so we just have to address it.
yeah. And a lot of stuff, I'm just, you know, this is my first year, and I'm just, trying to update things as I go along.
Yes, we appreciate
Yeah.
you being very observant and caring. It's very evident.
Very detailed and
If,
everything.
if you want me to try to fix some of them cameras, but it might knock it off, focus where you want it, but I can try to put some screws in it and get some long screws and bolt it down, so.
Okay.
I mean, that's up to you guys, what you want me to do, there, but,
Can I suggest something?
that,
I called the, police twice last week. One of them was Roger, actually spoke to them, because I live right behind that park.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear the noise at 10 o'clock at night, 1 in the morning, bouncing and whatever they're doing in the park. You can call the sheriff's department and ask for a bowl to be on the lookout for at Montgomery Park to have a little more police traffic going through the park. So I know we have a small police department here, but if you suggest that to the sheriff's department and create a bowl, they will send sheriff's department to drive by more often too. You do need a little bit more. Lately, there seems to be a lot of late night traffic at the park, and I see it here. And so that's something you might want to try. Get a little police presence,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll deter people from hanging out at the park when there's signs saying it's closed at dawn, at dusk and dawn. I mean, at night, right? It's closed. A bolo, request a bolo from the sheriff's department, and I think they'll be glad to do that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll kind of circle back to the cameras here in a second. I'm going to start working through the bullet points that we have here. So the Gaga Ball pit says that we're going to install it this spring. What are you thinking on that?
as far as what, putting it in,
Mm-hmm.
all they gotta do is, I guess it's got instructions, shows how to put it together.
Have you
Andy said it
opened
wasn't
it,
gonna be
Karen?
very tough.
No, I haven't.
Andy had said something in a meeting about me doing it,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be too tough, so. We'll work on it, we're just,
Yeah.
what is it exactly? I don't understand what it is.
Well, it's just a little pitted area. Basically, you're building the perimeter. The walls are probably, I think, about that tall. And it's a perimeter for an area for the kids to get in there and play ball. So you're basically, I'm guessing there's probably reinforcement stakes that go in the ground. And where these panels joint together, that rebar or some type of
Is this like
stake
the
would
community
post in.
center?
No.
Like,
It's-
where they got that,
It's kind of like those timbers
okay,
around the playground.
yeah, they're plastic
That's
and
the
then
idea.
Okay.
okay,
Might be a little different, but that is the idea.
That's what it's gonna look like. It's literally just building short walls in a circle.
oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're basically just building that perimeter for that pit.
Okay,
And maybe, since the cameras might be an option pretty soon, maybe as soon as we have the cameras up, then we go ahead and get Mark scheduled to go over and put the Gaga Ball pit in. Because
Do
I
you
would
know where you
hate
want it?
for it to be installed, to be destroyed. Huh?
do you know where you want it? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I
just
think
was
Andy
wondering.
said he was gonna take you down there and show you.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Andy's going to let you know. I will be honest to say, I don't know exactly what he had in mind. He had went down to look at it, and I don't know exactly. But
I know they put it in the workshop or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they down and loaded it up there, so.
yeah, so probably a good idea for us to plan on doing that once we have the cameras fixed.
Okay. I told Karen that I'll be going on vacation in May 16th,
Okay.
so that's on, I think that's on a Saturday to the next Saturday, so.
Would it help if I called, you guys want me to call the sheriff's department and take care of that for you? I don't mind helping. I know everybody there pretty much, but.
Well, you know, we could double down. You could call them as
Like a
the neighbor, you know,
Yeah,
and then we could call as, you know, park in town, and then maybe, you know, squeaky wheel gets the wheel, so maybe
yeah.
that would encourage them to come out and do a patrol.
When you call, if you just tell them you're having people vandalizing the park, they'll take it a lot more serious than if I call as a,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it down in my notes to give them a call tomorrow, so.
I never thought anything that would happen in this little town like that, you know?
You had hoodlums everywhere, unfortunately.
Surprise, surprise to me, you know?
Option to make a bad choice is there for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll kind of maybe plan on that sometime in May, either before your vacation or after,
Okay.
okay? And then on the disc golf, Andy will start working on updated prices on equipment and get more information about the layout. So that obviously will be tabled until next month. But once again, it'll be a better idea for that to be started once the cameras
That-
are
I just
updated
copied
as
that, 'cause
well.
we had that previously, so.
How about the new light that was installed by the town guys? Is it working now?
I've not noticed it lately. I know, you know, last few times I came up there, I didn't see nothing. I don't know. Have they worked on it since?
No, probably not,
Probably not.
no.
I don't know where, it's got an electronic eye at the very top of it. That when it tells to go on, turn off. But I don't know if, since they wired it, I don't know if they got it maybe shut off at the circuit breaker and they forgot to turn it back on again.
Can you remind the town guys tomorrow to get that checked out? Because we definitely need ample light up there for the festivities that are taking place. Okay, so Karen will get with them tomorrow. If you just want to send us all a text and let us know where we stand on that. Okay, we've got down that the shelter house will be power washed this spring. When do you think will be a good idea for that?
Well, I'm gonna do all of them, you know. There's 3 of them there, right? So, just kind of waiting. I've been busy doing other things, but if you put that priority, I'll do that, you know what I mean? I've been doing them light posts because they was really dry.
Yeah,
And I wanted to save them before they had to put new ones in, you know? But, I can do it anytime you want, you know?
well, let's work through the rest of these items and see. So we had the wooden posts that need to be treated. You have that all finished now.
No.
So you're still working on
It takes a
that.
lot of time to do them because
Okay.
they're way up high and I try to be cautious on that ladder when I'm up that high, you know?
Right.
I got one done, and the second one, I got the first coat on, and it sucks up a lot of that clear coat, so I'm gonna coat it again. If it, like, next 3 days, they say it's gonna rain, so.
Okay.
The weather is the biggest obstacle, it really is.
It is. Well, why don't you just stay focused on treating the wooden posts for now, and then the wooden electrical panel, get all of that wrapped up, and then once that's finished, then unless another project comes in that's more important or pressing, then we could kind of plan on doing the power washing after that.
Are you wanting me to try to fix some of that stuff, or,
Are you referring to the cameras?
yeah, and all that stuff?
I think that I can't answer that right at this moment
Okay.
because we need to have more conversation this evening regarding the cameras. So
Right.
we'll circle back to that.
Okay,
So right now, just focus on the Creocoat, getting that onto the post and the electric panel. We'll push the power washing back until those projects are finished, okay?
yeah.
Then we had the blocks on the back side of the landscaping, east side of the entry that needs to be dug out and reinstalled correctly. Is that still something we need to do?
I don't know, 'cause
Andy
You
was
know what?
gonna go look
Yeah.
at it.
I've been watching them and they haven't came back down anymore, you know what I mean? They've
Yeah.
been, so. I think
So we're
maybe we
holding
can
on
tie
that.
one, you know?
Wait for Andy.
We'll hold on that.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and Karen, you got that thank you note sent out to Johnson's or?
No, Andy's supposed to bring the card, I guess. He said he had one. So I don't know if that meant he was going to send it out.
Okay. We can double check with him next month to see if he finished that. If he's not had time, I don't mind to get it taken care of, just so that we don't miss it, you know. Want to make sure we get that sent out.
You know, when I'm working on things come up, you know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely, and that's,
I
you're doing a good job
do
of
want
that.
to know what, you know, I'm staying busy, but I'll plan on doing one thing and,
Then something happens, like a camera falls or something.
yeah,
Right,
we hope that don't happen, you know?
right.
So at Montgomery Park, when it comes to the playground equipment, do we have the baby swings installed now?
No,
No, we
have
still
to-
need
Waiting on them,
Still waiting on them, haven't arrived yet.
yeah. I did get a report that the slide down there, I'm assuming on the big brown side, there's profanity on it now.
What is it?
Bad words. Bad words on the slide.
Did they say, did they carve it? Did they use?
I don't know, I would say just wrote on there, but
Road on a slide?
They wrote profanity on the slide. So can you check on that tomorrow,
Yeah, I
first
can hear
thing?
you fine right now.
Yeah, okay. Can you check on that tomorrow?
Okay.
And see if we can get that taken
That's in
care
the
of?
park?
I think on the
I didn't
big
see that.
slide.
Yeah.
That's on the Montgomery Park?
Mm-hmm. They
I
did it
didn't
last
even know
year.
about this one, okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Who caught this?
It was probably a parent that's seen it and has reported it. Is that who called you,
Yeah,
Karen?
well, Vanessa told me.
Mm-hmm.
Her grandkids went down there and said,
No, I didn't know this.
and it may have just happened today, I don't know.
I've been focused on their posts, you know, I have.
Well, they're fast. They're fast. It can change in a hurry. So just check out the slide tomorrow.
Wow.
And see if there is something on there and what we can do to get it removed, you know.
Okay.
I don't know if there's some kind of eradicator. I don't know what would be used on that.
I could look at it. I know sometimes when they paint stuff, it's a softer paint.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you can use acetone on it, a little bit of acetone and rub it off and, you know, it
That would be
evaporates
nice.
real quick.
Yeah.
But I'll look at it. Yeah, I didn't know about this.
So if you could just check that tomorrow, that would
I
be
sure
great. April Fools.
Karen did.
Okay, so, and then obviously if the swings arrive, when they arrive, that'll become a priority to get those up to make sure they're there for the kiddos to start enjoying them.
You know them, things that they hook the swings to?
Uh-huh.
What do you call them, what would you call them, you know, the outside of the swing, you know, where you hook them to, you know what I'm talking about? The metal that goes up and goes across, and they hook them at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Frame?
They need it paint, they need painting.
You're saying the frames need
Frames,
painted?
yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, both of them, they're just, when they start getting to the metal, it don't take long, you're gonna lose some metal, you know, so. That was gonna be my next project.
Well, it may be better to do that before doing the pressure washing, because the painting, if it gets too hot,
Yeah,
be a little more difficult to
yeah,
have a good result.
yeah. I'll tell Karen where I'm at every day, if she wants to know, and then she can relate to you guys. You wanna do that, Karen?
Sounds fine.
Uh,
Try to make sure I got my notes.
I know, I told Andy a long time ago, you know, that concrete underneath them, you know, them buildings need to be crash washed, but there's a lot of, I don't know, it keeps, other things get in my way, you know, so I'll get to it, you know, but,
Yeah, well, we know you're staying busy. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of priority,
and then
so.
you know, Andy told me he didn't want me to work more than 20 hours a week, or more than 80 hours a month, okay? Karen said I could work more hours a week, but not more than 80 a month. So, and is that not correct?
Something, yeah, I'm keeping track of them, that way you've
Yeah.
got like,
I don't work near that many, you know,
no,
50 or 60 it would be the most. But it's been winter and not really had a chance to really do
Yeah.
much.
Well, the weather's not fitting to do most of these projects. So, how much paint do you think that will take to paint the frames? And I'm kind of jumping ahead here. Do only the frames down at Montgomery Park need painted, or do you feel like over at the community center park
That
they
stuff
need it
in
as
good
well?
shape. That's
It's
it.
newer.
yeah,
That's
it's
why.
2019.
I just got done painting all that posts around the air conditioner. They were pretty rough too, so. I know I'm telling you some bad stuff, but I can't help it, you know?
Yeah.
It is what it is, and. I
So
just
do
got-
we have enough paint, you think, to freshen those swing sets up at Montgomery Park, or do we need to buy some?
We'll probably have to buy some, the stuff I'm using now for the posts are yellow. You know, caution yellow,
Yeah,
sunburst yellow, I think they call it.
swing sets are red, right?
I think so.
I think they're
Black.
red.
Are those
I
painted
think they're
down
black.
here at the
You
park?
think
think
they
they're
are.
black?
I'm not positive. I know, I've been looking at a lot of them,
I'm
Yeah.
trying to visualize in my head what color.
but I think they're either red or black. And it's, I'll call her and tell her, it won't take much paint, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't need any board action for that, right?
No.
You can
Right.
just go up to Menards
Yeah.
and get a little bit of paint to
Yeah.
get
You
them
know, like
taken
a
care of.
quart, probably, I'm thinking it'd do it pretty good, you know, 'cause it's still pretty, slick. I got primer that I prime it with, and then I'll paint it, you know, and then.
Yeah.
What swing set are you talking about? Like the adult swing?
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, I was thinking the kiddos.
Yeah, those are aluminum, or just the metal color, those are.
yeah, I haven't looked at them that close, you know, I just,
I mean, they're not painted, so they should be fine.
Yeah.
Those. I see the adult one you're talking about.
well, I
It
think
is black, isn't it?
It's red.
they
it
have
is red,
painted them
that's right.
aluminum, Karen. The kiddie swings, they painted them aluminum. I
On the
mean,
small side, or on this side?
yeah, it's all the way in the back, it's a big tall swing.
The ones for like the bigger kids, not the toddler swings, kind of back more towards the trail.
I'll look at them, you know, take pictures and tell you what I think, you know. And
I think that if there's paint and trim on things like that, I feel like he should, you know, as long as he comes to you and says he needs it, I feel like we give our blessing so
Yeah.
you can keep it looking nice.
Okay. And I know
Okay.
Andy wanted me to seal that concrete, or that blacktop on that, or no, it's concrete, on that basketball court.
Yeah,
Over by the-
and we'll talk about that here in a minute when we
Okay.
move on to that section as well. So, okay. Let's move on to the shop building. This is where, do you have any concerns right now with the shop building?
No, I just made that one room kind of for me, you know, and everybody stayed away from it, you know, so.
Yeah,
I store a lot of stuff in there, makes it handy for me, you know, to go in there and get it, and I know where it's at, and
yeah.
grab it and go, go
Perfect.
away.
And I think community planners, several of them had met to kind of get things more organized in the shop area, right,
They
Karen?
met one time, yeah, but I think they're gonna do,
A little more,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so regarding the shop building, along with the basketball court, it's been, you know, our hope, wish and prayer as a board that we get the cameras installed so that then we can have pickleball at the basketball courts and then keep it monitored for any other type of vandalism that could occur. So you all should have the quotes in your packet. It's for Tim's computers. There are 3 pages, and you only have
No,
2.
another one, over
It's
here,
this.
it's underneath that note.
Awesome, got it, thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
That was the previous quote we got from another guy.
The top page is
Okay.
discussing the park, okay? Top page is discussing the park. The next 2 pages go back and kind of look at the REH and the shop building. Those 2 they'll kind of need to go hand in hand, right? Because we'll have to have the equipment set up and contained inside the REH, and then it will feed those exterior cameras. So what he has priced is putting at the basketball court 2 180-degree cameras. So with those being mounted on the shop building, it would give a full view from wall to wall, right? You're gonna have a little bit of overlap, which wouldn't be a bad thing, and should give us some pretty clear images, okay? So that accounts for, he has 8 cameras, so that would be 2 of them there, okay? And then the other quote we got was for the exterior of the REH, so that we could go off of 2 of the corners and have off those 2 corners cameras going each direction. So then essentially you have view around the entire REH center, okay? So then that's 4 more cameras there. And then if we wanted the 2 additional cameras, they could be inside. Now, I don't know how the REH board feels about those 2 cameras being inside, because right now they have cameras in there, but they're more of a kind of a basic option that is only visible to I believe like 1 person, where if they had this set up, it could be viewed by others, and they would actually have footage that would go back onto the server. So that would be a little bit different. But that's something that, you know, if the REH board would want it, we as a board, if we feel like that's important, we could agree to take care of that if they want to go that route. So Andy and I talked today, since he couldn't be here, you know, we really need to think about what of these camera projects we feel comfortable in doing. And then if we want to go ahead and make a motion for that tonight, then that would allow us to give the go-ahead to Tim to get started on the project. So as you look at the Tim's computers, he has his quotes, and then Andy previously had received the other quote that's there. It's 2 separate pages. The cost is extremely different. And without seeing a breakdown of this, I'm not sure if they were
Alike.
going to a cloud version or what, but it seems very excessive.
Well, there was more cameras on that first one, wasn't there? 'Cause they talked about up there about the concession stand and,
Yeah, well, it did include part of the ballpark, but if you take that out and you just look at Montgomery Park alone
there's like 7, wasn't it?
was going to be almost $8,000. and he has it plugged in at 1,500 for what he's wanting to try. Now, it doesn't mean that if there isn't good coverage that we wouldn't have to add more, but that's kind of where he was starting. So, if you just look at that page with Montgomery Park, it's a huge difference from one vendor to the other.
So with the 4 cameras at the park, would it cover the whole park? What areas would it cover?
Well, so right now, there are 4 cameras there,
So just be replacing them.
and those 4 cameras, it would be replacing those. However, the way those 180 view cameras are now, you're going to capture more. You're going to capture more because there won't be any voids.
Adrian's gonna go over there at night when you're there with my camera.
You know, and maybe there's another spot, you know, a couple other spots we want to add cameras. I mean, we could do that. You know, we could start with the 4, and after hearing Mark's concerns, I don't think it would be a bad idea, you know, especially if he can do it this affordable
Yeah.
and get a good result.
You
Yeah,
probably
'cause-
hide a couple of trail cams.
I was gonna say, a bench costs $100, a camera costs 110. Put the camera in,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
you know, put the camera in,
Mm-hmm.
save us a lot of headache.
How long has these cameras been up?
A long time.
2014,
Yeah.
How long?
since 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they were very expensive when they were installed, but in all fairness, they have lasted a
Yeah.
really long time. But I would say now with cameras and the way things are just built and constructed, replacement would be more frequently than that, I would think.
And able
Because
to-
12 years is pretty,
Yeah. Pretty impressive.
pretty impressive, and that's why we have the issues with the structure no longer being solid.
Yeah.
And
Now,
today's-
them cameras are a lot different than what they would put inside the building, ain't they? The new ones. You know, the new ones, you know, they're just black bulbs, like, you know?
Well, you can get dome cameras like that, but with the dome cameras, sometimes your video footage is a little bit skewed. Like,
It's just
Distorted.
distorted.
it's just, yes, better word, distorted, because of the shape of the camera.
And one other thing, I'm sorry for all these questions, but, when you got them cameras up and something happened, can you just start going back in time and is it taped or anything?
Mhm.
It is
It
taped?
does record it, yeah.
Yes, it's recorded, so we can go back and see.
Okay, I was wondering about that. My
Yeah.
boss, when I worked at the bakery, there was them dome,
Uh-huh.
man, I tell you what, he put them like they were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was nowhere, I mean, you could hide from them if you wanted to, you know?
So I think this is just the starting point if we can get, you know, that good signal and we get the good footage. You know, with the park, with this arrangement and how it's going to be beamed, you know, it will be a work in progress. And no one knows if it's going to be perfect because you're working with signal from one area to the next.
Right.
But, you know, we obviously need to do something and start somewhere, so.
Well, I certainly like this one over this one.
Yeah, well, and that very first page, as Karen mentioned, it included a lot of equipment because it included, 4 at the REAH, they only had 1 at the pickleball, but then they had, 1 at the concession stand, but then were going to have 3 dome cameras at the restrooms. So, I mean, we just have to slowly start getting and adding and seeing how they work and go from there.
And the Tim's computer, that's who Davis Brothers uses, right?
Mhm.
Something like that.
Yeah, he does a lot with the Princeton Library. He has a lot of different customers. The day he came to meet me to visit the park and the REH Center and the basketball court, he had been at a large turkey farm. So, you know, he does this for quite a few businesses.
Mhm.
I mean, if you all would like further references, we can do that. But
So,
I mean, he came out, he met with me there at the end of February,
Mhm.
so.
so what's his estimated, if we got something approved, what's his estimated start time and how long it would take him to install?
When I talked to him about this, I basically told him that if it would get approved within like 2 weeks, unless he had something unexpected on his schedule, that within 2 weeks of our approval, that he would get started on it and try to finish it up. He said as long as he could get in the REH Center and work on the weekends, that's when he prefers to do things like that, because they can get in there and they don't have a lot of disruption. If we can have them in there and maybe close it off for that time period, I don't think it would take him maybe tops a week to get all the bugs worked out.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because with technology, that's what comes, you know. So do we think we want to go ahead and move forward? And, you know, like I said about the 2 cameras inside, that's going to entirely, in my opinion, be up to the REH board. You know, they want to do what they feel comfortable with.
Right. Yep.
So, I mean, altogether, the starting cost for those items would
Just under
be,
$6,000.
yeah. And that would be, you know, if we also did the 2 cameras
in the
inside.
REH Center.
Nothing's getting tore up in the REH though, is it?
No, but I think it's important that they have good cameras in
Right.
there
Yeah.
for that purpose. But they may be content with what they have. And at this time, they could say no, but then later they could come back and add it, because he will be putting in a 16 channel, so there'll be space to
Put one
add.
more? Okay.
I think the next step, if I'm remembering correctly, the next step is 32. And at this time, really didn't see the need to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
We could always switch it out if we end up with enough cameras that we would need to.
Okay. And which budget does this come out of?
Yeah.
Garrett?
Lisa, she calls me every once in a while and tells me that they got birds coming in that building somehow.
In the
You
REH?
guys know anything about that in the REH? She said, I guess Dennis chased out a bat the other night, day.
That's not bad.
You know about this, Karen? Or
No, I don't.
You're laughing.
I haven't heard that one.
I'm telling you what I've been told, okay? And
Well, just with any old building like
yeah,
that,
there's a vent in the bathroom.
birds and such will find their way in.
There's a vent in the men's bathroom. It's been taken out, and they worked on something, and they left it out, and I figured,
Okay, so who took that out? And we need to work on getting it back in, it sounds
it's
like.
gone,
Do
I
we
think
know?
it's gone, okay? The vent is just gone, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like it's something that we can find to replace, like a
Oh, the
standard?
vent cover would be very easy to replace,
So it's just standard, it's not something that would be special?
Right.
You can pick it up
And,
at Menards
and
and get
Andy
paint.
told me,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cause a fight with nobody, but Andy told me that for that kind of work, I did some work for him, and I'm not supposed to do that unless it's approved by you guys. But I think it's a custom vent and cover, you know, it's like a screen look like, you know? And, I mean, I'm sure I could pick one up at Menards, but I don't know how you guys do this. If they have to pay for it, or you guys are, buy it, or, I don't know this stuff, you know? Do you understand my question?
Yeah, it's just complicated because there's layers of, there's the REH board and there's the park board and there's the town board.
Yeah.
But for event and no more than it would cost, I mean, can't we just,
I mean, I guess, it just,
I
I
mean,
don't know why they haven't taken care of it if it's just a small event.
she said
Or
she
you
was
know what
gonna,
I mean?
I think
Maybe
she
they
said that
have.
the board was gonna meet yesterday, is that correct?
okay, so
don't
let's
know.
do this. We'll circle back. I'll try to phone Lisa or Stacy and ask them if they have a plan in place for getting that vent replaced in the boys' restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, or if they feel like they need assistance with that, we'll get it done. One way or the other.
I don't think it'd be a tough job, you know what I mean?
No.
It just needs to cover there, cause she thinks maybe them birds are coming in right there, you know?
They found a way in, so,
Yeah, and it's springtime, they're gonna be more
build a nest and,
often doing that.
Yeah. We need to get that stopped before that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Maintenance or development, which is it?
I don't think it'd be maintenance. Probably development.
Okay.
so for the park, I think we would take it off the park line, right? Because there is the PNR park development line that has sufficient funds. But I mean, for the REH, it's going to fall under maintenance, right?
Yeah, that's all there is for REH, is the maintenance.
But couldn't it all just come out of that park development line? Because that equipment that's going to be placed inside the REH is to aid in the park and the basketball court.
I can find out for sure, but I would say it could be treated as one lump sum out of one appropriation.
So we could go ahead and entertain a motion to move forward with Tim's computer's quote for, let's see, estimate 418, 419, and potentially 420, if the REH board would so choose. We could go ahead and entertain a motion for that, and then you could, check with Vanessa to make sure it gets pulled from the appropriate budget line. And that would come in at, what, let's see,
$5,960.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will make that motion that, we provisionally approve $5,960 with $500 of it being reserved based upon REH board approval, that they do want the 2 cameras inside the building.
I second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so I will, I'm gonna call Lisa about the vent, I'm gonna call Tim Lynn and let him know we need to get on the schedule right away. And then, I would imagine for him to obtain access through that building, he'd probably have to talk to Angie Williams, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to you securing those cameras on the post.
Yeah,
We're gonna be getting new ones.
so there's no need to.
So, for right now, I think we're holding, and then when Tim Lynn comes to do the work, he'll have to make sure that all the new is secured properly, and he'll do that.
Okay.
He's accustomed to that, like,
If it comes to a lot of time, I can put some screws in it for you guys, so at least it don't fall,
yeah.
But
that would-
we'll just see how that goes, you tell me how long it's gonna be for the new cameras.
Okay. Yep. So after I talk to Tim Lynn, then I will let you know, Karen,
Okay.
and then, I'll call Angie Williams as well.
Something I should
Angie
say,
Williams.
them posts, when I put that stuff on them, I have to let that sit for a day and then recoat them again. So that's what, sometimes it takes a lot of time, you know what I mean? I'm waiting on it to dry.
That's no problem.
Okay,
We understand.
Humidity affects that and
I'm not
everything,
open,
so.
okay, I'm just, it's just taking time.
Okay, so basketball court. Andy has an appointment to meet with Q Stripe for them to come out and give an estimate. Now, he would like for you to go ahead and get a quote on sealing the basketball court. Because for them to do it, it is around, the gentleman thought for sealing, they would charge around $10,000.
Oh my gosh.
So he mentioned that if you did it on your own and only tried to do half of the court at a time and made sure you had like weather for both days,
Yeah.
similar weather, and you did it in pieces, he felt like it could easily be handled by you,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
with
but
a
this-
quality sealer. So do go ahead and get that quote, okay?
As far as the sealer, okay.
Yep.
Now, I had said something to him, my wife has helped me seal concrete before, and would it be okay if I had her to help me?
Normally, they don't want spouses to help, or other people that are not on payroll.
It's a liability, right?
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Okay, that's what I had to ask about.
Yeah,
So, I'm gonna need a second person.
Well, I wonder, is it where one of the town guys could assist for a little bit, or?
we can ask them, you know, if we know like when we're gonna do it and,
Now, this is in the evening when we're gonna do this, okay?
Oh.
We don't wanna do this when the sun's bright, cause they'll mess that sealer up. So, we're probably talking about 5 o'clock in the evening till,
yeah, so that probably leaves the guys out.
Yeah, cause they're overtime.
It'd be overtime.
Yeah.
I don't know.
well, that's
Well, go ahead and get the quote for the sealer right now, and we'll keep thinking about that. I don't know if it's something that, you know.
well, I had
Andy.
gave him his, quote one time, and the stuff over in Kentucky, it lasts a lot better than it does the stuff from Indiana. It's hard to understand this, but Indiana passed a law a few years ago, and don't let the real good stuff, you can't buy that anymore. You gotta buy, maybe it's a water base now compared to over in Kentucky. It's, I remember, this kind of off the subject, but I got some stain, and it was an oil-based stain, and I was redoing the whole house, and I was buying a quart at a time. And I said, I went to the dealer, and I said, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. It was Pittsburgh paint or whatever, I was gonna buy a whole gallon of it. He goes, not here, you're not. He said, we don't sell it by the gallon. He said, I'll sell you 4 quarts though.
Yeah.
That's the law in Indiana. I talked to my brother about it. He goes, yeah, they passed that a while back. And so, I know I've talked to a few people and they said that stuff over in Henderson, they sell it over there at IMI. And they say it's a lot better sealer. He said, the stuff in Indiana, he said, you're gonna be resealing it within a year to 2.
Okay, so just make sure you have that number for what that's going to cost, like how many
Okay,
it's going to take
Yeah.
and what each costs, so we know exactly what we're looking at.
okay, I'll remeasure it again and then, not next few days, cause it's gonna rain.
No, that's not a
But
problem.
I'll let you know at the next meeting,
Okay,
okay?
sounds
And I'm
great.
probably gonna get a little bit more, so we got enough to cover it all, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to be there
So,
with a small patch and run out. That would be
So
terrible.
to get help, how does this work?
We'll have to figure that out, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to figure it out. Right
Okay.
now, let's just focus on getting the pricing for the sealer,
Okay,
for the product that we would like to use. And then we'll figure out, it may be Andy wants to help or,
I think he said something about it one time.
I thought he did.
Yeah, that'd be, That'd be good, that'd be awesome.
And I don't, like,
And, you know, cause I had told him, you know, we're gonna need lots of rollers and stuff like that, you know?
yeah,
Cause when you use them up, you got the shot, you know?
yeah,
So, and I know Menards sells that kind of stuff, you know?
okay. So you work on that, okay? On the ballpark, let's see what we got. So did the town guys get that finished up with Perfect Climate, Karen?
Did they, down there on the irrigation system, or that leak they had down at the ballpark?
I don't know.
Okay,
Nobody said anything to me about that.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that it is completed, but if you wanna just leave it on the notes,
Yeah,
or excuse me, on the minutes for the next meeting, we can be sure. Andy may have mentioned it today while we were talking, but I was more focused on the cameras, so we'll circle back to that. And then I'm not sure that he ever heard back from the regional supervisor about trimming the trees either. And I know you've got pictures here from Sloan regarding the tree removal.
not for down at the ballpark. That is at Montgomery Park. That
Okay,
other part is just pickleball, or disc golf, ignore it. That was just from a previous meeting.
okay, okay.
It's kinda hard to see the tree, cause there's no leaves on it at that point, I've circled it. And there's other trees in town that he's going around saying that need taken down, and that was one of them, so he had Sloan go ahead and give a quote on it. And I think he's gonna contact a few other companies, so,
I know there was a big tree that fell at that ballpark.
oh,
It
yeah,
was leaning up against, it had fell on the swing set. Man, them are heavy duty swing sets they got
oh, yeah,
there.
they're,
And so I took my tractor over there and I pulled it out, cut it up in pieces and just pushed it over in the woods.
okay,
Got rid of it for you guys. Man, that was
you
a
understand?
big
You
tree.
know, which way the
I'm
park.
trying to get my bearings
Yeah.
as well.
Which way
Like
the park?
here, where it has North Church,
Okay.
that is going into the park. That's the park entry. This is
Okay,
Clark
so that's at
Street.
the back corner,
So
or the
it's
front
like-
corner, whatever you talk about.
Yeah,
It's kind of
So
over by
Johnson's over
Mr.
here.
Stansberry's
it's
house.
kind of across from his rental house.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
This aerial just looks really strange. I was trying to place what
Yeah.
that is. Don't you
Yep.
think it looks?
Yep.
I was like, what?
That's the flower bed with the sign in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could I see what tree you're talking about?
So this is the park entrance right here. This would be the entrance going
Okay.
into the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down the
just taking it
street,
down
this
and
tree right
stumping
here,
all
it's
over.
actually on our
But he'll
property.
get more prices from the other companies
Okay.
to see.
Okay.
Okay.
So we think it needs to come out then?
That's what Mo said. Mo's our tree guy, I don't know. But I said he's gonna get having more prices and stuff from other companies, so we'll just keep it and,
So we need to go back and add that then to Montgomery Park. So it doesn't have to come out right?
No.
There's not urgency?
no.
How far is that from the ballpark?
Oh, that's not even close to the ballpark, that's over here,
At the, where,
Montgomery Park,
Montgomery Park?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's where that tree's at,
I'm trying, I've seen the picture of it, I can't,
yeah.
It's very hard to tell from that picture.
so it's like when it's not in Montgomery Park,
It's on the street, or by the street, so it's not like in the park. You probably just have to drive down there and see where it's, if you go
I thought
down.
the one that drops some leaves all the time, I thought that was on that guy's property. I didn't know,
I don't know,
cause
there's
he's
other
got it
trees.
fenced in. I'm thinking he's got that fenced in.
Okay, well, that would be his then, but this is not, it's west of him?
Yeah. It clearly, I mean, from this, looks like it's definitely the park.
Yeah.
Okay, and have we heard, has anyone from the ball program, John or Felicia Carpenter, called with any concerns or anything?
No.
Cause I know their season is getting ready to gear up, full swing with the month of April, and I just didn't know if they had any concerns
He-
or.
He wanted to know when the meeting was, like, last month,
Mhm,
but then he didn't come, which he asked probably like 2 weeks before the meeting,
mhm.
so,
Okay, well, that's good, if they
So-
haven't made,
yeah.
then that means everything's going well, so we'll take that as a good news.
Yeah. Of course, Tim, he started mowing again, so he's got a couple of mows in,
Mhm.
so,
Yeah, and so his contract, we approved last year for a 2-year period, so.
yeah, so this is year 2.
Yeah, so if he needs any reminders on anything, you know, if we feel like he's not staying up to par on springs or something, then we'll just have to make sure we reach out to him to let him
Yeah.
know. Okay, the community center, have we moved any further on checking on different racks or just kinda got it tabled,
It's kinda-
literally?
Yes, yes, it's kind of tabled. So I think Andy there again said he was gonna do a little research too, but
Yeah. Well, it's not super pressing,
no,
but just,
but
okay, so we're holding on those as well. Any other concerns or anything to consider for the community center?
No, I just got done painting all the yellow posts. They wasn't yellow anymore, and they were.
Good, thank
So
you
I
for doing that.
I'm just telling you what I did, so you're aware of what I'm doing, you know. She knows everything I'm doing, don't you, Karen?
yep,
I hope I'm writing it out good enough for you.
yeah,
but,
you did. Which I need to get those before we leave.
But I put the last coat on, because I had put 2 coats of primer on it. And then put two coats of that yellow sunburst on it, and I'm done with them now. But,
Perfect. Anything else?
Something I did, the kids was playing up on a, you know where the little park is where the kids can play, okay. There was all these little poison mushrooms, okay? So I went through there and pulled, after they left, I pulled all of them up, you know? I mean, you know, the kids was wanting to play with them. The one guy, you know, his little girl was wanting to play with them things. And I think they're poison, you know? They're the flat ones. I know he said something to me about it. The dad did. He said, man, I'm thinking, he said, yeah, you ain't supposed to eat them. I said, yeah, I know you ain't. But, so anyways, after they left, I took my rake and I raked the roots up of them things. And it's moist in there and it just makes them grow, you know, so.
Good breeding environment for it. So you just keep an eye on that and make sure you keep them.
Yeah, I try to keep an eye on that, you know, I don't think no meanness is happening over there though. That park is in pretty good shape though. It must be newer stuff, ain't it?
It is. It's a newer park altogether.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Plus, it's in the open, the fire department's there, I can see it from my house.
Yeah.
It's
Man,
well,
you know what?
it's
You
well
guys- A
lit.
lot of you guys live real close around here, don't you? I didn't know that, you know? I
Yeah.
thought I was the only one that lived close, you know?
Okay, so the playground looks good. The baby swings down there, we're still waiting on those.
Yeah, those are part of the,
Mhm. And we said the frames there are good, so no additional paints needed there. Okay. And then the REH, there's always going to be ideas for projects down there. And I think right now with us, you know, getting this camera situation, set up, we'll do that for now. And then, maybe over the next couple months, we can visit some more of these ideas. I know that the, new lights around the top have been done.
Oh, are
Those
they?
were completed
Oh.
by Dillbeck. So I know we can take that off the list, because it's already been taken care of. So then the other items, if we would want to start considering those, we can do that. And I think the next couple months will be a good time to make those decisions, so maybe in early fall, they can be completed before before basketball season starts
Right.
for the kids. Cause a lot of the Owensville teams go in there to practice, and then you
Right.
got the little Titans, so, okay.
Got a question again.
Yes, sir?
Okay, the outside of REH, you know where it's got, where the old part of the school is, or was?
Mhm.
And they got a big monument there, and there's a brick wall there.
Mhm.
It's got a lot of mold on it, and I didn't know if I was supposed to pressure wash that or not. I mean, I'd be happy to, but all this stuff, it's got to be approved for the REH. From my understanding, is that correct?
Yeah, cause I mean, we only do certain things and then, but of course there wouldn't be really any cost in that, just the labor of it, but they are going to fix that hydrant,
Good.
put in a new one so it won't leak.
Okay, so I'm making a note, asking REH, can you clean the mold off the exterior wall?
Yeah.
So,
You know what I'm talking about?
we'll find out about that along with the vent bathroom.
It's where the flags are.
Mm-hmm.
They got the flags, and they got this thing, they're like,
Yeah,
built in 1912 or whatever.
yeah,
And it's all moldy, and that stuff should be standing tall, you know what I'm saying?
yes. Okay, so I've got that down to ask them as well. Any other concerns?
No, I can't think of anything, you know, that, you know that basketball court's brand new, that's really being scuffed up bad. I don't know how you guys stand on that. You know, kids shouldn't be in there, you know, with, black shoes on, you know what I'm saying, where they can scar up the new floor. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't think you can stop kids from wearing black shoes. And a lot of times when they're there, they have on some type of athletic shoe that they need to be wearing
Yeah.
for practice. And I think, you know, kids scuffing their feet, that's just going to be the nature of the beast. I know that those floors are painted, and that's not the greatest option because we would like to see the epoxy floor someday, but it's just a little bit too cost prohibitive right now. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I think that'd be very hard to police.
Yeah.
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 Unless we had cameras in there.
Yeah, that's still
Well,
beyond
you,
police.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's just something we will have to.
I didn't know, I just
Try to
thought I'd
work
bring it up
through.
because, you know, when I went to high school, you know, our basketball court, I mean, that was a strict rule.
We were not allowed to wear shoes on that floor.
You do not, well, they would allow white tennis shoes,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't take black shoes that will leave marks on the nice new.
I
court.
would say a large majority of the basketball shoes now are black.
I think street shoes, regular street shoes would scar it worse.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can do if they're wearing tennis shoes or sneakers or whatever.
Well, and there's just no real way to police that, and that's really not on us. That's more of an REH board thing, but you can't have so many rules set in place that no one wants to use your facility
yeah.
either, you know. You want people from the community to come in and use it, and, you know. So I think that there will be some things that we have to clean up, and I don't think there's really any good answer other than we'll just have to clean them up and, you know,
Well-
do a little refurbishing every now and then.
I dust mop it, but, you know, when I blow it down maybe every couple of weeks, because there's just a little fuzz that comes from the ceiling,
Uh-huh.
and when I mop it, I see that marks on the floor.
You can
okay?
really see it good now too
Yeah,
with the
really
new,
good.
if you all haven't been in there, the new lighting, it is
Yeah.
like I was walking and someone said, go in there and turn the lights on in the bathroom. Well, it was always so dim in there, and I turned them on. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm blind because it's a very bright now. So it's going to show all those little imperfections.
Anyways, because I don't know how they're going, if they ever want to clean that floor, I don't know how they would clean it, do you? to get them marks off? I
I
don't know.
don't know.
You just have to do a different perspective. It just shows that it's well-loved.
There you go.
And
A
well
buffer will
used.
take that all up anyway, wouldn't it?
Well,
A buffer.
I don't know. I don't know how well you
Well-
could use one in there too. I mean, it's such a limited space, but
I don't think they'd want anything used on that floor.
because it's painted too, so you
Oh,
might
yeah,
actually
Yeah.
pull
Yeah.
the paint off.
Yep.
It's
okay.
just we need to try to work to get epoxy floors. They would be awesome. They look sharp and they'd be a little better traction control. And but I think we keep working towards that goal, and then
I mean, it
you
just looks
just
so nice in
clean
there,
it
you know?
up the best
Yeah.
you can.
Yep,
Yeah,
yeah. They
Yeah.
told me only use, water on it, okay?
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I think that's what we'll have to continue to do,
yeah.
and they'll understand why the marks are there. They won't hold it against you as in
Well,
poor workmanship.
Yeah, you know, I'm doing the best I can for her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I want
Yep.
them to know that, you know?
Well, you know,
They don't have no complaints. to me.
Adults go in there, they have, I don't know if they still do, but when I used to walk in there, adults would come in and they had like they had basketball teams, and they play hard on that floor.
Yeah.
They play hard, so.
Well, it's just a new floor, you know, I just want everybody to know about it before it gets too late, you know what I mean? That is a
Okay.
beautiful floor, I think, still, you know, don't you?
It is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that wraps up the REH. Karen, is there anything that you feel like I missed us setting in for Andy?
No, I think you did good.
We don't really need to discuss the disc golf, I don't think.
No, cause he was gonna get the information for that and then, cause he was wanting to meet with somebody, I don't know if he had a particular person, but
Yeah,
that actually played it to know more in depth about it, so.
and then the Miracle Indiana is just
That's
what it's
just
going
so
to
you guys
cost.
see, yes.
Okay. So I guess we're ready to sign claims at this time. And this tri-state video, that 11980, essentially, if we get the new cameras, this will go away. And then will this go away too? The Frontier?
Internet?
Because it says internet for security cameras.
I don't. You tell me.
Do we not still need the internet for new ones?
But it's going to be at the REH, and it has to be beamed from there. So it may be that we need to get with them on paying like a portion of their internet cost. Do what?
Nothing. No.
Nothing's easy,
No.
is it? Did the one that's 2 pages already come through?
Nope, I got it
hope
right
not.
here in my
I was gonna
hand.
say.
See, one. That's Mark's.
Okay.
It's not the light bill this month.
Yeah.
So tri-states, we just have 2 months in here.
Yeah, I got it yesterday or today, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there and
Okay.
just get it paid.
Do you do all the colors?
I do.
I like that.
Let's keep it straight.
That camera is yellow.
Now, don't hold me to those colors, but use 4 different colors.
Oh, so it's not the same every time, possibly?
Probably not.
What time cards? Yes.
Okay. While you're signing the time cards, does the meeting stay open, or do we go ahead and adjourn?
We've always had it open, but that's because you're usually doing that, finishing up, so I don't know, like officially, if we have to wait until you're signed.
Has any of you guys ever been to Hilton Head?
I have not.
I never heard of it a minute ago. So a couple told us they're gonna meet us down there, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Heard it.
Have you been there?
To Hilton Head? No. No.
The Hilton Head Island, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't know what to expect, you know. I thought maybe one of you guys might tell me.
You will let us know.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I thought about you today, because I knew you was a husband farmer and stuff. And we were over at Req Meetings.
Uh-huh. The butcher shop?
Boy, there was a big tractor over there. I don't think I've seen one that big before. It had a sprayer, man.
Yeah.
Man, it was over a block wide, okay?
Some of those tractors now are huge. Was it a tractor or?
I think it was a tractor, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Sounds
confident,
weird
but,
to say it like that.
it was a case. And
Uh-huh.
man, that thing was huge. Is that what you guys farm with, case or John Deere?
They're primarily John Deere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real good friend of mine, he farms like 1,000 acres. And he traded his John Deere combine in on a case.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing, the engine's blowed up in it. And he's not rough on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he, I don't know, something stopped on the engine and part of the engine kept running, tore it up, and it caught on fire once. I mean, he's just had it over a year now. He's got it up to sale. He had everything fixed, and he said, I'm going back to John Deere.
Yeah, I mean, with any piece of equipment, you can, expect issues, but,
Yeah,
even with cars, sometimes even when they're brand new, they're just lemons from the get-go,
It's got 2
yeah.
sides.
Well, he bought this
Something
case
happens.
because on that John Deere, it was an older one. And he said if something, you know how many moving parts that thing's got. And if one would stop, it would tear something else up. And the case, when he bought that, they told him that it won't destruct itself in. But now the engine blew up in, and he had to have some guys take the engine out to send it off to that plant so they could rebuild it.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of trouble with it.
Yeah, stuff like that's very frustrating, especially when you're trying to farm,
Yeah.
because you have such a short window of when you can either
When you're,
plant or harvest.
yep. But that tractor today, man, that thing was huge.
Oh, we haul a lot of new farm equipment, and there's some combines out there that are pushing $1 million nowadays.
Yeah.
Derek asked, I said, I
Like I
don't know,
said,
'cause I always
the
have it
tractor,
signed, but you
man,
guys
I
are
think
doing
that was
it.
huge.
So I
Can we
don't
go
know.
ahead and close?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so we have all the claims signed and all of our business done, so, our next meeting will be Tuesday,
28th.
April 28th at 6:30 PM, and we'll go ahead and, would someone like to make an emotion to adjourn?
I will motion we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. It's 7:53 PM.
And the only thing I have, if